Good morning. It's the Call Flow Radio Show, and you're on the air.
Well, good morning. This is the Call Flow Radio Show. Your time right now, it is 8:06. Lines are open. Call 434-394-0924. I'm here with John Staten today. My name is Noah Massarge. John's right here, right next to me. John, why don't you say hello?
Salutations.
Hey,
Hello.
we have a caller, so we're just going to pick up that real fast. But thank you for joining us. That's
That's what happens when you leave things in automatic.
All right. Caller, can you hear us? Hello, how you doing, Henry? I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. Staying busy, and I'm here with John Staten today. He's back from Disney World.
I wasn't what they were looking for. Very good. There you go. Works. Hi-yo. That's a good one. Mm-hmm. Right. It's still early yet.
It's a good size joke. Yeah.
That midget that escaped, he should have waited. They shortened his sentence. Yeah. I'm catching up slowly. Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Right. Yeah. They were sly back then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. In the collection box.
That's right.
What's that? That's a good one. I believe it. I've spoken to him a few times. I believe he'd say that. Well, we appreciate you calling in, Henry.
Oh, we may have some other callers, but I appreciate you calling in, Henry. And if you want to give out your phone number so some people can call.
Yeah, give your number out, Henry.
Absolutely. Very good. Very good.
All right.
Oh, I appreciate it, Henry. Thank you so much.
All right. Take care, Henry.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye. Well, he can put it in the offering box, John. That's kind of funny.
Reverend Wallace was there when I went back to work at Flow, so I wasn't aware of that story until today. Or if I had heard it before, I'd forgotten it. So he was already back. He was on the round robin of all the other pastors that were doing the morning devotions.
Very interesting.
By the time I went back.
Yeah, it's weird that, like, if it's like a pastor, I mean, like, the devil and sin is kind of like, some topic that we're going to probably hit on.
Hand in hand, right? Yeah.
You would think, yeah. Well, but the phone lines are open. If you'd like to call in and talk to me or John or both, you can call us at 434-394-0924. John, how was your day yesterday after we departed?
After we
departed.
Oh, it was fine. I just kind of
was it better? than
always
before?
better by myself. Yeah, it was all right.
How was it adjusting though? Like being on vacation for a whole week and then coming back to just.
I mean, technically, we came back sometime, I don't know, Saturday afternoon, and go ahead and take the phone call.
Absolutely.
So I've had time to adjust.
All right, and we do have a caller. Go ahead, caller. How are you doing?
Hey, Barry. All right, how are you? Yep. He is that. That's a truer statement has never been said. There you go.
Of course, Barry. Thank you for calling. Will you be singing at the Josh Rayfield benefits too? Of course, yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much, Barry. Appreciate it. All right. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Barry Miles. That was the one and only Barry Miles calling in about the Josh Rayfield Tar Wallet benefit. John, I heard some disturbing news in Farmville on Sunday.
Okay.
Are you curious about it, or should I just leave it off?
I just wondering where this is
Okay.
going.
Okay. Well, let me tell you, John.
Okay.
One of my favorite stores in Farmville
Oh, okay.
has closed. Goodwill has shut down, I think permanently, as Google has stated.
Now, is there anywhere where
There's
you
no
can see
report.
this official? No report.
No
of this?
report.
Okay.
They just shut down. I think.
You happened to try to walk in, the door was locked.
Well, I heard it from somebody.
Okay.
We
need to investigate.
A trustworthy sort.
You need to
yeah.
hit the road and investigate this.
Yes, I do.
Maybe with that show, that program
yes,
you do.
That's exactly right. Okay, good stuff. But I look. I just don't get it. Something about it seems a little too suspicious. And then Habitat temporarily shut down. They're not closed,
Yeah,
but
it says here on the paper, no, Habitat isn't closing.
yes, no, I'm not saying they're closing, but
This
they
calling
temporarily shut down.
From the Farmville paper from Friday,
right.
August 2nd.
Yeah, so I'm not exactly sure what's happening with all of this. It's too suspicious. Two donation places in Farmville, the only two that you can really go to, shut down within a matter of weeks, back to back. John, do you ever shop at Goodwill?
All the time. No, okay. I do not.
Okay, okay, gotcha. Is there a Goodwill in Dillwyn?
If there is I'm not going to say there is or isn't. I'm not aware.
Okay. All right. Well,
that was a great conversation, wasn't
yeah,
it?
good conversation. Don't forget, you can call in at 434-394-0924. That is the number to call in if you'd like to talk to John Staten and me. We'll be here. But yeah, I mean, we can do some This Day in History. I know, John, you love that.
I like celebrity birthdays better, but yeah, sometimes that
It
day in
kind of
history will give
kickstarts
you
it.
something
Yeah,
to talk
a little,
about.
little kickstart. Oh, look at
over
this.
there.
American comedian Jon Stewart hosted the last episode of The Daily Show, a satire news program that began a leading forum for current events, especially politics. That was in 2015. Do you remember when Jon Stewart left, John, and then came back?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't get why that's a story if he's back. But
Well, it was
whatever.
2015, and I think he had that Apple show in 2019. That was different, and then
Okay.
he came back to the Daily Show,
Okay.
just this year or last year. So
I remember when he had a nighttime talk show.
yeah,
Before all
the
that.
Daily Show.
Oh, before all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I want to say it was on Fox or something like that. Fox
I
30.
had 2 seasons, I think, right?
I don't remember how long it lasted. It wasn't very long, but it was. He actually had guests on, and as far as could have been musician, a band, or something like that. I didn't watch it a lot, but I was aware of it.
We also have in This Day in History, in 1996, at the Palace in Los Angeles, the hugely influential punk rock band, the Ramones, played their last concert. John, You don't look like a Ramones fan.
Let's go.
Do you do you get down with the Ramones, John?
Quite often. No, not really.
Do you like punk rock? Is that something you
Not really.
are into? Okay.
No, I guess the punkiest I would get was Joan Jett, maybe, or somebody like that.
Maybe the Clash, maybe.
They had a couple of songs that were okay.
Wow. You're less of a punk rock guy and more of a rock guy, just like a rock and roll.
Well, yeah, I guess because
Bob Seger.
I can emulate that punk sound.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't, to me, take a lot.
Really?
Yeah, you're just hitting a couple of chords, and you're not even strumming. You're just sort of just doing this. And
it's about the emotion and just like
it's
like so raw. I don't know, John.
That's what the
It's
world's all
rocky.
about, is feelings, and I don't care about feelings all that much. I just want a good sounding song that kind of
it sounds
lifts,
nice, melodic,
an uplifting, and just I don't care about that stuff. I just want a good rock and roll song. I like hearing people that I cannot emulate.
Okay.
Going, wow, gee, that's I couldn't do that.
Maybe you should release like your own punk rock album and
It'd sound like all the rest of them. It's all right.
get successful. John, I think you're going to find this interesting. In 1911, 1911, that was a long time ago. The American radio and motion picture actress and television comedian Lucille Ball, who was best remembered for a classic television comedy series, I Love Lucy, was born in New York today.
Wasn't a big fan.
Why not, John?
Didn't think she was all that funny.
Yeah, you didn't. Okay. I find that so hard to believe. I always thought she was hilarious.
Well, yeah, that I don't find hard to believe that you would find her hilarious.
I mean, at the very least, like influential.
Sorry, no.
Wow.
Though I did find it interesting that before she made it really, really big, she was in a Stooge short. She was in a Stooges short.
I did not know that.
Well, I don't think she was well known at the time. She might have been just starting at the time. But she's like one of the girls that happens to be in that particular short that they were in. And I kept looking at her. I'm like going, that looks just like her, just a lot younger. Mm-hmm. And I looked it up, and indeed she did a short with them at some point. I mean, she wasn't the main focus. She was one of three other girls that were in the short, but it was obvious it was her. It looked like her, just a lot younger.
Was it the one when they teach like Larry had a box?
I do not remember. That would have been Curly, right?
Curly. I'm sorry.
I don't remember what the episode was. It was an early episode of the Stooges, though. I do know that it was one of their early shorts that they had made. But But that's about, I mean, I was always aware of that show, and it was always on in reruns when I was a kid. There are a couple of episodes I thought were interesting. I believe there was one with George Reeves, the TV Superman.
Yep.
And there was a funny line he had, and she's on the ledge for some reason.
Oh, that's the alien one.
And Superman's on the ledge with her.
Yeah.
And, of course, Ricky is out the window, kind of got his head stuck out. And Superman makes the comment, wait a minute, are you trying to tell me you've been married to this woman for so many years? And, yes.
Yeah.
And then he goes, and I thought I was Superman. That was a good line. And I want to say John Wayne was in a episode of that
He was.
show. Yeah.
He was definitely, yeah.
But outside of that, I don't have a whole lot of knowledge. It just wasn't something I was brought up on.
Okay.
It was more Stooges, Marx Brothers, stuff like that I was raised on, not so much Lucille Ball.
Okay, that's fair enough. But hey, John, our time, it is 8:31. We're there, and we're going to jump into the weather and then the birthday calendar.
All right.
Starting off, jumping into the weather forecast today, partly sunny with a high around 88 tonight. Slight chance of showers and possible thunderstorms with a low around 71 Wednesday. Showers and thunderstorms likely with a high around 85 Wednesday night. Showers likely with possible thunderstorms and a low around 70, and Thursday showers likely with a high around 78. Thursday is going to be a great day. The high is 78. Wow. Currently, right now, it is 73 degrees in Farmville. Overcast skies, humidity 99%. Wind speed, south winds at 6 miles an hour. And barometer reading 30.02 in Farmville. Okie dokie. The birthday calendar is brought to you by Creative Electrical Contractors located at 1907 East 3rd Street in Farmville.
Creative Electrical Contractors specializes in commercial and industrial projects and offers quality work at competitive prices. CEC is a licensed Class A contractor in Virginia and North Carolina. Creative Electrical Contractors has been in business for 25 years, still committed to the values that were established when the company opened in 1998. Integrity, quality workmanship, and timely delivery. CEC, located at 1907 East 3rd Street, Farmville. You can contact CEC at 434-392-3802 or at creative-electrical.com.
Well, it is that time where we play the jazzy piano, and John reads us the birthdays.
Oh,
John.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Take it away, John.
Here we go. It is the 6th.
Yes, it is.
Yes, all day. Tuesday, August 6th, as a matter of fact. And we have one birthday.
Okay.
And one anniversary.
All right.
All right. Grady Manning is having a birthday. Grady Manning having a birthday today. And BK and Kathleen Redford having their anniversary today. BK and Kathleen Redford.
Does the BK stand for Burger King? Sorry, that's too easy. That was
I don't know. But he can have it his way.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. And that's it. That's all I got.
That's it, too?
If you'd like to add, include, subtract, multiply, whatever you want to do, 434-394-0924, or send those birthdays, anniversaries to birthdays at WFLO.net.
That's right, John. And the birthday calendar was brought to you by Creative Electrical Contractors. If it's not right, we'll make it right. Call 434-392-2802. And that's going to conclude our birthday minute. It was like 2 minutes.
Minute and a half, right?
A birthday minute and a half? Yeah. Yes. I can't believe there's so little birthdays. I'm shocked.
That's all right. You'll make up for it, or I'll make up for it tomorrow.
You will make it up, yeah.
Is it me or you?
I think it's me.
No, is it you?
I think it's me, yeah.
Oh, you got to look at that.
Ooh, that's a big list. All right.
The rest of the week, it's a bunch of names.
All right.
So you'll feel better about that come tomorrow. And then you got, like, the ones that are on this piece of paper that are added to it.
That's right.
So you'll have a lot to talk about tomorrow.
Very, very cool. Very cool, John. What's up? You tired?
No, I said that's what I'll be doing.
Oh, sleeping.
Yeah.
Yes, you will.
Actually, I won't.
Let's jump into some celebrity birthdays because I know John loves this. Oh, we have a phone call.
We got a birthday inclusion, I'm sure.
Caller, you're on the air. Yes, Goodwill is closing. The one by Cookout in Farmville. Or it's...
They just closed and that was it.
That's crazy. I wonder if they're running low on the funds or, you know. That's yeah, there's something going up. Something's awry, you know. Something's happening with that whole Goodwill situation.
I don't think anyone's baking awry.
It's a saying, John.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Awry.
Yeah, I know. I'm just messing with you.
Nobody's baking. I did go to the farmer's market on Saturday, and I picked up a loaf of jalapeno cheddar bread. John, have you ever had that, or caller?
No, neither have I.
Oh, my God. Guys, it was amazing, I got to say. That's all I got to say about it. But
okay.
I'm sorry.
Is it referring to that wonderful incident you had last week?
Oh, yes. No, that was... I have since recovered from that horrible incident, but
the bread didn't bother you.
No, the bread was great.
Okay.
It was very fluffy and soft. It was like a pillow. It was softer
Was it
than my
spicy
pillow.
at all?
Oh, mildly. It's, jalapenos, but they're not that bad.
Okay.
I am unable to taste after the Carolina Reaper. Sorry.
Yeah,
That
he's
is
right.
true. Yeah,
he's
yep.
right.
John, any day of the week would choose that.
That's what I was raised on. I mean, that's what was on.
Well, even Dick. Well, what do you think about Dick Van Dyke then, John?
My dad watched that, but for whatever reason, I remember watching that as a kid, but that one didn't stick with me as much. Probably because they just didn't run it as often as other stations did the Andy Griffith Show.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day when I was coming up, TBS and stations like that, they ran Andy Griffith all the time.
Yeah.
Dick Van Dyke, you'd have to watch that on Nick at Night or something like that when I was a kid or whatever. But I remember the show. I thought that show was okay. It wasn't terrible. I didn't mind it.
Mm-hmm.
My dad loves the black and white Beverly Hillbillies, and I wasn't the biggest fan, but I don't mind the show. It's okay. Do you like that show? It's okay. I mean, there sometimes there's some lines and some things that I find humorous, but I'm not a huge fan of the show. I'm more of a Green Acres kind of guy. Yeah, well, the funny thing about Green Acres, I won't say it's overly funny. I just find it humorous to watch. I like Mr. Haney, the ag agent. I can't think of his name right off the bat, but thank you. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And that show I don't mind. Matter of fact, I think I watched a little bit of it last night before I finally conked out.
Hit the snooze.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what was a really great show, John, that you watched, I think?
That I watched or you watched?
You watched.
Okay.
Hogan's Heroes.
Didn't really watch that
Oh,
one.
my goodness.
I mean, I was aware of it, but I didn't watch it all that much.
It's pretty good. It's fairly funny.
What about Johnny? Oh, yeah. Well, Johnny was still on when I was coming up. Because he gave that show up like in 90, 91, something like that. And so, I watched Johnny a lot. And, of course, they would run reruns of it even back in the day if you watched Carson's Classics or something they called it. And it was just bits from the show. And I always liked Johnny. I thought Johnny was a funny guy. Johnny was funny, probably funnier when he bombed with a joke than he was if he landed a joke. Because I love the reaction he got. Go ahead. I'm sorry? What about the classics?
Oh, he had his own channel. Yeah.
Yes.
Johnny Carson.
Or production company
Yep.
or whatever it was, yeah. Yeah, and I'd watch that. I mean, I watched stuff like that. I watched Benny Hill, which was pretty much the same thing. It was like what I didn't realize as a kid when they ran Benny Hill here in the States, a lot of times when you caught that on syndicated television, what that was just a collection of his shorts, those little bits in the show. And it wasn't until they released them on DVD years ago when I finally watched how it really was presented on British television. It had an opening, kind of like Johnny a little bit, where he comes out and he talks, and then they go into the bits, and they have these gals that come out and sing and all this sort of stuff. That was weird for me because I had never seen Benny Hill like that. Benny Hill was just a little, that yakety sax music playing in the background and stuff like that. Yeah, Noah brought that on, and he's going to have to pay for it.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that true, John?
What was that?
You resorted to...
Yeah, he's bringing back a memory there. Yeah.
John, you resorted to Christmas music on Call Flow.
Well, it was the time. It was the unlike now. It was the closer to the time of year. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And he's right. I did have sort of a sinus infection. I think I heard him say that or something like that.
Yeah, he said.
And I didn't want to make people have to suffer to listen to a guy going, "Good morning, folks." You know,
Yeah.
sound like droopy or something like that.
Hello, all you happy people.
You know, all that sort of stuff. What about Elvis?
I don't know that song. Santa Bring My Baby Back?
Yeah, it's from the 50s.
Okay.
He did an album in the 50s when he had already been signed to RCA. And what was funny about that was he did that album, and it was a collection of, Christmas songs. And what they would do is every year following, they would just re-release it and give it a different packaging. And because it always sold. And then somewhere in the 60s, mid to late 60s, whatever it was, the record company was like, Elvis, we can't keep just putting out this same. He didn't want to do it anymore. He's like, that's good enough. Leave it alone. I love those ones from the 50s. And so they had to finally get him to re-record some. And he did some in the 70s after they finally got him to go in the studio and record more. But, yeah, Santa Bring My Baby Back to Me. That was a good one. Santa Claus is Back in Town is another good one. That's where it was the same recording era of Blue Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it would have been. What was that again?
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
Yes, she did.
She did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. The Ron Moody?
Oh, he's talking about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh, got you.
By the Cadillacs.
Yes.
Yeah, I like some of those older versions of those songs.
Oh, yeah.
Do-do-do-do. Stuff like that. Yep. What are those the type of Christmas songs you like? Those older ones, or do you like the new ones at all? Yeah, me too.
I'm a fan of the oldies as well.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, he's asking you.
Yeah, absolutely.
What did he do on the lunch break show? Yeah, you would think he would.
Oh, I love the lunch break hour.
You do?
That's
Okay.
a great hour. Yeah. I played at the zoo. Yes, when I was running it one of the days. I was running it last week. Which is a classic, John. Do you like At the Zoo?
Oh yeah.
John, I think John disdains Simon and Garfunkel a little bit, just a little.
I don't mind them, but I'm not a huge fan like some people are. What about Van Halen and the Friday Party?
Oh,
You don't think he played any Halen on the
No.
party?
I did,
Oh.
but I think he's saying that he doesn't think I picked any of the music, which is
You would be right, sir. You would be absolutely correct.
It was a John playlist right there. You know, I think the first song of the Friday Party was "Hot for Teacher" by Van Halen.
Great song.
Yeah,
Those drums at the beginning.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Sounds like a gun going off or something.
Oh man. Yeah. Oh boy.
Well, it's timely because kids are going back to school.
That is right. Yeah. Sure. I'm sorry. What was that, caller? Yeah, that was really perfectly timed. I feel like perfectly.
Bad Mama Jam. I wouldn't put it past anybody to do that. Because we had that, they had that country artist last year or 2 years, whatever it's been. All he did was take his song that he was known for and just put some jingle bells behind it and did a Christmas version of it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. That's the one I was thinking of. Walker Hayes, yep. Not really. When it comes to music, especially when you're sort of trapped in a corner with Christmas music, you want as much variation as you can get because otherwise you're just going to be playing the same stuff over and over. And the misconception is there's a lot of Christmas songs. I think what it really is, there's a lot of variations of the same Christmas songs is usually what is the real thing behind that. There's thousands of versions of Jingle Bells and or whatever, insert whatever song you want to say. And, some of them are classics and some of them are great. And some people like the newer stuff. And there's always a differing opinion on that. But well, around Christmas time, we'll have to.
Yeah.
When we get back to wall-to-wall Christmas, we'll have to start playing Christmas music even during the lunch show as well. Well, what they used to do was they did like a theme, and there was different themes. We didn't do that much here lately since we've moved to our different location. But I want to say like Francis would do things like songs based around animals of Christmas, like Rudolph, or what was that one about the donkey? Hee-haw, hee-haw. That's it. Dominic.
Is that the name of the donkey?
That's it.
The baby Jesus donkey, or
no, just the donkey.
Oh, just the donkey. I was like,
Jesus' name is Jesus.
Yeah. No, but I know, but like the donkey that he was like, Mary rode on.
Right.
It was a donkey, right?
Or I want a hippopotamus for Christmas, that sort of stuff.
Oh, gotcha.
So it would be a theme like that.
Okay.
And then there was other themes like, I think he did even like a Rat Pack type theme where it was just like Frank Dean and people like that doing Christmas songs.
Was Crosby a part of the Rat Pack?
Who?
Bing Crosby?
No.
Okay.
No, he was not.
My apologies for confusing that.
I'm too good to be hanging around with the Rat Pack.
Is that your Bing Crosby impression? I think we just got John's debut Bing Crosby impression.
It's Robert Wagner meets Bing Crosby impersonation.
Wow.
Is that about it? So, what impression? Ron Moody. Oh, Ron's going to come down here from Richmond and take me out.
He hasn't done it yet, John. We still have time.
Well, thankfully, he's not
There's
listening.
a couple more Ron Moody impressions.
Well, hello, friends. We're going to play a lot of Christmas music. A lot.
Can you introduce, like, Hot for Teacher as Ron Moody?
Yeah, sure.
Listen, friends, as this guy bangs the drum on Hot for Teacher.
It was good.
Yeah.
One more impression, and then I promise I'll stop.
Of who?
Me doing the lunch show.
Well, John's not here. We're going to do a lot of Simon and Garfunkel. And maybe some Barbara Streisand for all you friends and fans of...
Barbara knows what's up. Yeah. Oh man, that's funny.
Nah, I can't say as I do either, really. But we know Noah deep down is.
You know who I really love. I really love Peter, Paul, and Mary.
Well, did you play Puff the Magic Dragon while I was gone?
I think I did. I'm pretty sure.
Puff the Magic Dragon.
It's a great song, John.
Living by the sea. That's great. I'm glad you were able to satisfy your inner Puff the Magic Dragon.
Thanks, John.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. All right. I'm sorry, what was that, caller? I couldn't. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Something about a great song.
Oh, Peter, Paul, and Mary. Yeah.
I don't mind them. I just don't play it all the time.
Just not a big fan.
Yeah, they're okay.
Okay, well,
I guess we've pretty much beat the bush.
I appreciate it, caller. Was there anything else that you want to mention?
No.
No? Okay.
Well, thank you for calling in
Yeah,
and
thank you
bringing
so
up
much.
that memory of me being had that sinus infection and I decided to play Christmas music, fill out the hour. I forgot about that. Well, hang on to your hats because we'll be playing a lot of Christmas music come Christmas time.
Very soon. Yep, that's right. Okay, we'll appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon, caller. Call back again tomorrow.
We'll be here. Or Noah will be here.
Well, I will be here with Chris. All right, bye-bye. Well, that was...
Put on your Christmas
John, I
bonnet.
can't believe you stooped that low to play Christmas music.
Well, when you sound like that... Mm-hmm. And I believe I was by myself.
Mm-hmm.
That makes it even worse.
Imagine
doing the Call Flow show by yourself, and you have a sinus infection on top of it.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel all that good. I didn't sound all that good. So I figured I'd spare the listening audience.
Fair enough.
That was what the decision was. I'd forgotten about that until he brought that up. Now there's a dedicated listener. He actually remembers all this stuff.
Oh yeah. I feel like it's hard to forget something like that happening, but
True.
We do have one more caller here. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Hello,
Doing
Allie.
well. I am not sure. I believe maybe, but I can't guarantee.
What was the message? Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gotcha.
So I thought I'd let you know that.
Okay.
And then second, I had sent in a thing to the community calendar, and I got a reply back. Let me know you got it, but I may have missed it. I haven't heard it yet.
What was it about?
For August 11th at Bethel UMC.
So it was an announcement about Bethel, August 11th.
Yeah, the homecoming.
Okay. Would you mind looking, Noah, to see if we have it in the book?
Yes.
there?
Yes. Absolutely.
If not, we'll have to check our email.
What was the church?
Can you
Bethel.
send me a confirmation? Let me know they got it.
Okay, we've got it.
Okay, great. Thank you. And welcome back.
All right, thank you.
You have a good day.
All right. Thanks,
You too.
Allie.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate it.
Bye. I just wanted confirmation.
Copy that. Yes, I think there was something on the soundboard that needed to be pushed for the caller to be recorded. I think the audio button.
I don't know. I didn't mess with the board while I was gone. So
That's true, John. I know you didn't come back from Florida and sneak in.
No.
Play with the board.
No.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Well, that board is very sensitive.
It is. It is.
There
You
are-
got to treat it like you treat your child.
Like the on-air pot, I have noticed, if you have papers like we do when we do our open and close
That's
reads, even if that piece of paper just brushes that button slightly, that's enough pressure to make it just go off. Mm-hmm. And I don't care for that, but it is what it is.
It is what it is, and it is what it isn't as well.
I am what I am.
I am what I am, and
Are we at the top of the hour yet?
John, we got 5 minutes.
Oh, 5 good minutes.
Yeah, 5 good minutes. Well, let's talk about.
Let's talk about those celebrity birthdays.
You want to get to that, don't you, John?
Well, we skipped them yesterday.
Well,
I could have had a lot to talk about
I
that.
feel like we mentioned one.
Lonnie Anderson's birthday was yesterday. We skipped right
Happy-
over that.
Well, M. Night Shyamalan has a birthday today. M. Night Shyamalan.
Okay. Shamalama Ding Dong? What?
Shyamalan.
Okay.
And he's turning 53. Filmmaker M. Night and his wife arrive. They have a picture and a little description. And there's there is a fun fact. I'm sorry. Fun fact. His most recent film he directed was Knock at the Cabin, which sounds spooky. I love a good old cabin spooky movie, John. I think of like Friday the 13th as very cabin spook, and a bunch of other ones as well.
Right.
We also have, who has a birthday today, Leslie Odom Jr. Yeah. Fun fact about Leslie is set to appear in an upcoming sequel to The Exorcist. Now, John, when you were a kid in 1978, did you watch The Exorcist?
Yes, at 2 years old, I was sitting in front of the TV watching The Exorcist.
Okay.
Yes.
And I know that's the question on everybody's mind right now, so I just wanted to get that out on the table.
I didn't see that movie until way later.
How old were you when you did watch that movie? I was 13.
I was going to guess that, but I may have been older than that. Wasn't a movie I was really itching to see, not because I was scared or anything. It just
Sounds like you were scared, John.
No, I didn't really. I didn't really watch a lot. If I watched horror films, I would have been a snob to that because it was an older film. So I was watching stuff like Nightmare on Elm Street and stuff like that because that would have been current.
Rosemary's Baby?
When I was never really watched that one.
Oh, man, John.
But
is it because the baby is scary?
Don't even know anything about it. Is that the one with the numbers on the head?
They actually never show the baby.
Oh,
I think you're talking The Omen.
I'm thinking, The Omen.
Which is another. Have you seen The Omen?
No.
Children of the Corn. John, you have not watched a lot of horror movies. Like scary classic movies. They're not even horror.
It's not true. I've watched a lot, but some of them I never went back to watch again because I was like, okay, got that out of my system. Except for The Shining. Mm-hmm. I will go back and watch that over and over. Not a lot, but I will. If I see it on, depending on where it's at, I'll sit there and look at it.
Does all work and no play make John a dull boy?
Well, I'm
sitting at my typewriter.
That is a great line. I mean, like that is a line worth $1 million
supposedly
dollars in my mind.
Who wrote that originally?
That was wasn't it Kubrick? I thought wrote
Kubrick
it.
directed
No, you're right. Stephen King wrote it.
King hates that version.
Exactly. Yeah.
And why does he hate it? He claims that Nicholson's already nuts by the time the movie starts. And I'm sitting there going, no, that's just Nicholson.
Well, my thing is,
but I love that film.
It's hard to adapt a movie or like a book to a movie because like it's not the same thing at all. And so like I like what Kubrick did with like a lot of his films that were adapted from books is like he kind of had the basic like framework and then he just made it Kubrick-y, which you should do as a director. I mean, there's times where going like word for word and make it accurate to the book is like valuable, but also you want to see something else too. And I think like Kubrick did that best,
Some movies I was watching were like Poltergeist.
No,
Poltergeist. And that's not a scary film. Poltergeist.
Depends.
Did you ever seen Poltergeist?
No.
Well, there you go. Well, you need to go out and see some movies.
John, you haven't seen Rosemary's Baby or The Exorcist. I think I have higher ground.
Rosemary? No, I don't think so. Rosemary's Baby as a kid sounded to me like a mom and child movie, and I didn't want to go. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to see that.
Yeah.
No, I'm more of a Texas Chainsaw Massacre kind of guy.
I like that movie too. I've seen that one.
Which one? The original?
The original.
Okay.
Have you seen the second one?
Yes.
Have you?
Oh, yeah.
That's the funnier one of the...
It is definitely funny.
I'm trying to think the Blair Witch Project.
By that, I was starting to phase out of the scary stuff.
So somebody needs to like make a tally to where like who's seen more scary movies.
Oh, you probably win.
Okay, all right.
But it's because you're a fan of that genre. Whereas
not
I'm
even
kind of like,
well, a little bit.
I like. There's some that are very good, and then there's some that are just. See, I had to live through the Scream era and all that sort of stuff, and by then I just thought it got overplayed. But that's me.
Well, John, our time is 9:01. We got to get going.
We better get going.
We'll talk to you soon, and hope you guys have a great day. Bye.
Red rum.